We want a snappy introduction.
Snappy. Hi everyone, welcome to our channel at Vantastic Oz. It does feel a little bit strange doing this. I've had a Facebook page which many of you have been following for a few years now, called Vantastic Oz, and I've travelled around much of the country over a number of years and throughout my life, as many of us have. But I'm Leah and
I'm Aiden.
And this is Aiden. We are travellers who have a home base in the Flinders Ranges in South Australia, which we absolutely adore. There's lots of red dirt and dust. So this is us. If you've come across to our channel, you are coming across to a channel where it's no frills, I will tell you that. We are not into huge editing, definitely not into filtering. That's been a big no-no on my page, that I present everything across Australia as it is. I like you to see things how they are, so that when you go there, it's how you see it. You know, I don't make a pink lake pinker. I don't make a sea bluer. What you see is what you get. So I think that's what you'll be getting if you're watching on our channel. Do you agree, love?
Yep.
Yeah. Because life's too short to pick places where you think, I'll go there and, you know, it looks glamorous. All travelling is glamorous at times, but 98% of the time it is not glamorous. So that's what you're going to get with us if you're watching.
And we don't want to waste time editing it to make it look prettier. We just want to enjoy it.
Yeah, we just want to enjoy it out in the road. So you'll just see it with us as we go. So if that's kind of your thing, then welcome. I'm Leah. I'm 51 and have gone through some huge changes in the last several years of my life. I have 2 adult children who I absolutely love and adore, and they live in the city. So a few years back, I ended up travelling throughout Australia, actually with my ex-partner, and we got a caravan. Actually, I sold everything that I owned. So I'm talking everything: my house, my furniture, my clothes. I gave away or sold pretty much everything I owned, right down to a couple of boxes, and left a few precious items with my kids with the home that they decided to rent and enjoy. So it was a very freeing experience for me. I don't guess there's too many people in their life that do that, but I can tell you, when you do it, it's an amazing experience. So it really helped me focus on what's important in life. And for me, that was definitely doing some travel and getting out throughout Australia. So my ex-partner and I set off in my caravan and my Ford Ranger, and we travelled, you know, parts of Australia, and we were working as we were going. Unfortunately, about 12 months later, we decided that wasn't for both of us. Things didn't work out. So that then left me in a situation where I was trying to decide what I was going to do. So as you can imagine, it was not the best time. And for those of you that were on the Facebook page with me, it was a difficult time. You know, I stayed in a caravan park for 3 months while I thought about what to do. And in the end, I decided that I didn't actually have the confidence to haul the caravan I had at the time and continue on that particular journey, excuse me, by myself. So after much thought, I decided, excuse me.
You want a drink?
After much thought, I decided that I needed a challenge. I needed to challenge myself to see if I could continue on in this lifestyle, the lifestyle I'd chosen to travel, and obviously seeing my kids and coming back and forth to the city and those sorts of things. But for those of you that have started the travel journey, for want of a better word, it is, once it gets into your blood, it's very difficult to go back and settle into a life that perhaps you had before. So I decided to issue myself the challenge of getting a swag and camping across Australia. And I just thought, if I could do that by myself, then I could pretty much do anything. So that's what I did. I left the caravan at a friend's house. I the back of the Ranger was already fitted out with a fridge and some camping gear and drawers and things. So I bought a swag and I swagged across to Western Australia. And while I was across there, I did a little bit of work across there. Was over there for about 11 or 12 weeks and then ended up coming back to South Australia to see my children and just catch up with friends. And then I just realised that really I could do anything. So I sold the van and I decided that I was going to continue on my travels with the swag in the back of the Ranger and just look for work, because I have been working, work which would supply me with accommodation. So I ended up applying for a receptionist admin job in the Flinders Ranges at the time. That was a couple of years back now almost. And I went up to Ronsley Park Station and I got to meet some of you out there. And I worked out there for 6 months and it was great. They provided accommodation. I did work hard, you know, through tourist season. It is a hard job, but absolutely loved it. So that's kind of my quick story in a nutshell. And I think possibly at a later date, we'll probably both do more stories on where we've come from and why we're doing this now. And then a couple of, well, it's not 2 years yet, but maybe, is it 18 months?
About
18 months ago, I met this lovely Irish gentleman. I have to say he is a gentleman. And through travel, but that is another story that we're going to tell you on a different day because it's quite a story. But we met and we've been together pretty much ever since we met, both travellers wanting to travel and just enjoy Australia as much as we can. So we've both had different caravans and that's led us to where we are at the moment. As I said, we're sitting out in our caravan at the moment and we're really looking forward to doing a lot of travel. We've actually done a lot already in the last 18 months or so. So anyway, that's my story. I talk a lot, so that's probably why I've come across to YouTube. You know, I just love getting out in Australia, talking to people, listening to people's stories. Everyone has a story, and for me that's the best part of travel, but we are definitely getting set up to get out on the road as much as we can between some work. So that's me in a nutshell. So I'll hand it over to the Irish gentleman for you.
All right, well, I'm Aiden, and as Leah said, yes, I'm originally from Ireland, but been in Australia now 28 years.
You don't sound like you've been here for 28 years.
When I came over, did a little bit of traveling as you do as a backpacker, then fell in love with the country, ended up staying and getting residency and everything. And over the time I lived in Sydney mainly and did a lot of traveling in Outback Australia, four-wheel driving, wherever, seen quite a bit of it, and the more remote the better. But then over COVID and some other history and family stuff that happened, it was time to get out of Sydney and I needed a change, so moved to North Queensland with a caravan. And spent a bit of time up there and then met Leah through her blog on Facebook, and we got talking and we said let's meet up and see, and yes, we've been inseparable since. But yes, it's about getting out there and enjoying life, because you just don't know when your time will be up or what will come tomorrow that might stop you traveling.
That's so true. And you know, we all tend to take our health for granted sometimes, and we don't quite know what's coming next, any of us, on any given day. So we've decided to grab life by the horns and do as much as we can. So we hope that you'll come across for the ride with us. We are a little allergic to the coast, aren't we, love?
A little bit.
So
there's a bit of WA coast that I want to see, but not really interested in the East Coast.
Yeah, we're definitely heading to WA. That's probably as soon as we can, sooner rather than later. We've got a couple of big trips planned this week, but basically the way we work at the moment is we're both doing casual work. So I guess you'd call us semi-retired.
Yeah.
Semi-retired, but we are more than happy, to work. We all need money to pay the bills as we go, but for us, we're hoping to make work part of the adventure when we set off again. So at the moment, doing some work at our home base, but in between that, we try and get out as much as we can. So you can probably see by our banner photo that our setup is a Ram 2500 with a tailgate camper on the back. And we're currently sitting in our new bush tracker, which we just had to drive up to Queensland to get just before Christmas. And she hasn't seen too many kilometres yet, except for the shakedown trip. So we're very lucky that we can mix up what we do. But because we are into the red dirt, this is how we've come about owning the rig that we have at the moment.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I've had many Toyotas over the years, and I've tented and swagged, and I've had a T-van.
Yeah.
Then bought another caravan during COVID because I knew I was going north and getting out of Sydney, and you just, with the travel restrictions, but they've all been built to go off-road. But when you look at the bush tracker, yes, they're expensive, but when you see the build quality, this is why we picked it, because it is built to take anywhere we want to go.
We hope. We'll see about that, won't we? But yeah, I've also had a river caravan which was manufactured in Melbourne. I've travelled when the kids were younger in a Jayco Eagle. I had a tailcraft van for a little short time. So when you've had a few vans and things, you very quickly work out what's for you and what's not. And because we want to hit the red dirt so much, that's our passion and our love, and rural Australia, then when we are away from the home base, we decided that we want something that can hopefully stand the test of time and the rigid conditions that we're going to put it through. So if that's the sort of thing you're interested in, then this channel is definitely for you. And, we're so much looking forward to it. So come along with us.
And we will do a walkthrough of
Yes.
our setup of the caravan and the Ram and
the tailgate camper. So we kind of thought we'd just introduce ourselves. Of course, some of you do know us from the Facebook page. So if you're on YouTube and you haven't checked out the Facebook page, then of course you're welcome to do that. I do take a lot of photos around the country. And also, look, honestly, I'm a bit mad, I think. One of those mad Aussies. You never quite know what you're going to get on any given day. It could be a serious...
Makes life interesting.
It does make life interesting, doesn't it, love? You could get a serious post. You could get a serious blog. I've got a couple of characters coming to the channel soon, which are kind of, I've been creating in my mind as I'm traveling, because you meet so many people. So there's, it's going to be interesting. Well, I hope it's interesting and just a bit of fun, because, life, vlogging, blogging, all of that, you've just got to enjoy life. You really do, whether you're traveling, working, whatever we all need to do, you've just got to really enjoy it. So yes, we will definitely next be doing a video. We'll do a video on a walkthrough on the Ram and the tailgate, and then we'll do a full video of the van as well, because it is a new baby.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's a bush tracker, and we've gone gasless with the van. So I know, still blowing our minds, isn't it?
Yes, but we haven't missed it.
Yeah, it's a gasless van. So when we get out on the road and do a few trips, hopefully in the next few weeks, it's going to be really interesting to see how that all goes, because in South Australia at the moment, where we live, it's heading up to 43 degrees in a couple of days. So that's why at the minute we're not talking to you from outside the caravan, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got the aircon running. And this is us. So once again, welcome to the channel. Come along, have a great time with us, and hopefully we'll get to meet plenty of you out on the road.
And Like and subscribe down below if you like this video, and leave us a comment and let us know what you think, and if you've got any questions about our setup, and we can answer them in the next video.
Yeah, definitely. And for the people who've come across my Facebook, I haven't forgotten about the post that I did with heaps of questions that we've received from you. So we just thought we'll go back a little bit, do the run through of the rig, and then we'll actually answer all those questions, including how Aiden and I actually met and the story of that. We got married October last year, so it's been a bit of a whirlwind, but definitely been an enjoyable one. So we'll chat to you again soon. Ciao.
Bye. Hello.
Hi. Hi there. You is Vantastic Vera. Or is it Rubia Cobra? 3, 2, 1, and go. Hi there. Welcome to Vantastic Oz, Aka, Leah, and
Aiden.
oh my god, it's doing that thing again.